Hey everybody, this is Hunter, and I'd like to hang out with you for a little while and talk about my autistic experiences. I'm 56 years old, and I was diagnosed at 56. And my diagnosis was very easy, and in fact, it was one of the best experiences of my life. The psychologist who did the diagnosis was excellent. He was very easy to talk to. He put me right at ease, and I didn't feel the need to mask. And our conversation just went so easy. And so finally, I asked him if he is autistic, and he said that he is. And I wasn't surprised because it's easier for me to talk to autistic people than it is to non-autistic people. So it went really well. And in fact, at one point, he even said it was like talking with an old friend. And I said, I'm right there with you, brother. So it was a good experience for me. And I would recommend anybody seeking an autism assessment that you try to find someone who is autistic to do it for you. Autistic traits that I have that other people notice, the biggest one is that I'm an introvert. I don't talk very much, and I like to spend a lot of time alone. Now, I will talk quite a bit if it's about a special interest or if I'm with somebody that I'm comfortable with. But otherwise, and even especially on days when I don't have much energy, all I want to do is to just kind of grunt. You know what I mean? So a lot of people have told me that I seem to be in my own world. And I'm not a joiner. I don't take part very often in group activities, and I don't really enjoy it when I do. And a lot of people have said they don't know what makes me tick. Now, as far as autistic traits that people don't notice, those mostly revolve around stimming, because I don't do a whole lot of stimming in front of people because I don't want to irritate them and I don't want to get a lot of negative attention. But one stim that I really like to do is walk around in circles when I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I like to walk around like a swimming pool, something about that size. And I like tracks too. And I don't know if any of you out there have ever heard of this or if any of you do this, but I like to walk in figure eights. Because when you do a figure eight, you get two circles for the price of one. Also, most people don't know that I eat the exact same thing every day. But you know, I got to be honest with you. People know that I'm different. They can pick up on that. Nobody's ever said that I'm just like everybody else. I mean, you know, so, and I'm not good at masking, but I'm okay with that because I like who I really am. Just like all of you out there should like who you really are too. So there you go. Autism is a strength when I'm trying to be creative. It's helped me immensely with music. I feel like I hear things that other people don't hear, or I hear them in a different way. I pick up on things that other people don't. I think I have a richer sensory experience than most people. And I think autism gives me a depth that the average person doesn't have. And like most autistic people, I have deep empathy for others. I like to help and encourage people whenever I can. And I don't like to see people hurt. it hurts me when other people hurt. And also, I mean what I say. There's no hidden meaning or motive in my words or actions. Honesty and being genuine are very important to me. Also, I can hyper-focus like crazy. I can keep going until a task is finished. I mean, it's like a son of a gun. I mean, I can really just keep going. Doesn't matter how big of a task it is. But now that kind of leads into the next thing I want to talk about how autism can be difficult sometimes, because while it can be a strength to be able to hyper-focus like that, I also get worn out by hyper-focusing too much and not taking breaks when I need to, because I don't like interruptions. Interruptions are painful for me. And transitions are tough. Changing from one task to another, one place to another, any kind of transition. And that kind of leads into the next thing, that the holidays are very tough for me, because they feel like a transition and an interruption. And also, I like routine. So holidays are a break from the routine. And I'm a very slow processor. So whenever there's a break from the routine, it takes me a long time to get used to it and to process it. And also, because of slow processing, instructions are difficult for me. And I like to have them written down so that I can refer to them. And, you know, basically, I could just say that being autistic is difficult whenever I walk out the door and go out into this world that's not set up for autistic people. So it's a challenge. But I like my autistic mind. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I really like the autistic minds of other people. Autistic people are my favorites. And so the world's not set up for us, but that's not autism's fault. People might not think I'm autistic because I am self-supporting. I've been employed my entire adult life. I've got 2 college degrees. And I'm putting myself out there by doing things like doing this profile. You know, none of those things are typical autistic behavior. But if anybody were to doubt that I'm autistic because of those things, I just have to tell them that those things are not easy at all for me. And it's kind of a miracle that I've been able to do them. When I was growing up, we went to church and Sunday school every Sunday. And I learned from the Bible. And I got my first Bible when I was in first grade. We were at a Days Inn hotel on vacation, and the cover of that Bible said, "Take this book from Days Inn." So, you know, we're autistic. We take things literally. So I said, okay, I'll take it. Thank you, you know. And it was a New Testament. And by the time I got to high school, I read it from front to back. And then later in life, I read the entire Bible. So I've had a good grounding that's kept me out of trouble. And it's reassuring to know that there's somebody out there, that's God, who gets me. You know, I'm no mystery to him. He understands me completely. He knows my heart. He knows my motives. And I'm very comfortable talking with him. I've talked with him a lot in my life. And so that's very reassuring to know that he knows everything about me. He knows me better than I know myself. And he still loves me and still likes me. Well, William, I want to thank you for having me on your channel and giving me this opportunity to hang out with everybody and just talk about my experiences. I really appreciate everybody out there and appreciate you listening to me. And I would love to talk to you again real soon.
I'm William O'Flaherty. Thanks for visiting my channel. Please consider liking and or sharing this video. Also, feel free to comment and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and watch other videos.